And just like that, the war is over. Abba and Preach waved the white flag and surrendered to the H3 Nation in an unexpected move when they deleted their response video to Ethan Klein. There's a lot of speculation about what caused Abba and Preach to delete their videos. And if you want answers, you've come to the right place. Hi, my name is Jem, and today we are going to reload Abba and Preach's video titled H3H3 Loves Black People. Let's get into it. First off, Abba and Preach did not have their video taken down by YouTube or by Ethan Klein, and why anyone would think Ethan Klein would copyright strike or take down a commentary video about him, I don't get it. That's not his MO. When the video was deleted from YouTube, it was deleted by the uploader. Stay tuned until the end so that you can hear from Abba himself why he took down the video. But before that, let's go into some of the points mentioned in the deleted video. Abba and Preach started their video off by again delving into Myron of Fresh and Fit's Date Gone Wrong story. I want to add that after the woman appeared on the H3 podcast to tell her story, I haven't heard another word from her. I also want to point out that Fresh and Fit responded to the woman's version of events in a 6-hour video that I did watch. And after their response video, I haven't heard them speak on it again. Why Abba and Preach feel the need to constantly defend Fresh and Fit, people who they admit they don't even like? Fresh and Fit, who have a large platform and can defend themselves, is strange to me, to say the least.
And so every turn you look, this girl lied. She lied about being stranded. She lied about being super far. She lied about how this guy was acting. She just lied nonstop.
Abba and Preach spend the first minutes of their video taking Ethan and the H3 crew to task for their view on the woman who told her story.
Her shirt and look at her tits. Now, if somebody does that without your consent, what is that?
It wasn't a Me Too allegation.
They're more concerned with 35-year-old Myron's.
Yeah, being exposed as being kind of cringe. There was no framing. There wasn't really even a crime alleged.
You're not 35.
It's crazy to me that they're claiming that there wasn't anything alleged or there wasn't any framing, yet in this very podcast, they're still framing it like this man assaulted. Well, what does it mean?
Call it? What does it mean?
What does it mean when you lift up someone's shirt without their consent and look at their...
And so Abba and Preach use Ethan's opinion on the incident as a way to lead into playing clips, some over 6 and 7 years old, of Ethan saying anti-black slurs.
I think even KK members are watching like,
They're like, yeah.
this is making us proud.
About that.
There's a lot, right?
That's a lot.
There's a lot, right?
That's a lot.
And in case anyone's wondering, I promise you, they're all ERs. And this is what his past looked like in regards to race things. And this is the man virtue signaling. I don't care what nobody says. You can call me alt-right, right-wing, conservative, Ku Klux leader, whatever it is. My past ain't got nothing even remotely close to this bullshit. And you want to be up here lecturing me.
Yo, you foul.
Man, listen, it's always the most progressive dudes who got the craziest history.
But it's okay because they're quick to say they aren't implying anything about Ethan.
But you know what? Listen, Ethan, it's fine. I'm not even alleging or trying to frame it that you're some kind of anti-black individual. I'm not. Abba says an anti-black slur in this video, so I know he's not against the usage of that word. Not even in elementary school, you didn't even see one of them little niggas.
It seems to me as if he takes issue with a white person using the slur. Okay. And since Abba isn't a hypocrite, I'm sure he has the same energy for any white person who uses that slur. Since it's such a big deal that they made a whole entire video titled H3H3 Loves Black People sarcastically, this must be a very important issue for Abba and Preach. Let's enter in Steven, aka Destiny, a YouTuber who's a friend of Abba who I always hear on Destiny's live stream. Now, Destiny has an history of using the anti-black slur with an A and an ER, since I guess that matters to Abba. As you can see here, a stream from 11 years ago, I played the clip. Destiny does say the slur. And here, again, he wrote in a chat anti-black slurs along with a bunch of others. Just to be clear, Destiny is bisexual, if there are people who think that he can use these words. Now for me, I wouldn't pull up receipts from over 5 years ago to prove a point about a person today. Not if they're not displaying the same behaviors. So I get if there's a connection. If Ethan was saying anti-black slurs now and you're going to show the history of it. But if you notice, all those clips that Abba played and he deleted the video so you can't even watch for yourself are all very old videos. If Ethan was still on his podcast using anti-black slurs, I would understand Abba digging up these receipts. But this isn't the case. It seems to me that Abba is displaying selective outrage. Okay, so why did I show evidence of Destiny's anti-black slur when it was so far in the past? That's because he still uses the slur and freely admits it. So I'm not saying something that Destiny hasn't said himself, all right? I'm not outing Destiny. If you know him, you know he uses it. And if you want evidence of him admitting to it, here it is.
About the N-word, apparently you say the N-word and you don't care about saying the N-word. How does that go? I don't know.
Well, it depends on the context. What are we talking about here? Which arc of life are we talking about?
But if a group of people say, this is how we would like you not to refer to us,
well, I would say, yeah, hold on. We gotta be really careful there. So, like, it's not like when I'm in private, I'm like, oh, you know that one black guy, the N-word? Like, I'm never saying it like that. Like, I wouldn't do that with any slur or anything. But I'm never talking about like, oh yeah, like in private, I refer to all of my black friends as N-words. Like, that would be fucking insane. But that wouldn't even be like an N-word issue. That would just be somebody being like racist, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, when is the last time you said the N-word? In what context?
What?
Last time you said the N-word, what context were you using it in?
That's funny.
Oh man, the thing that I hate about this position is I'm way more likely to say, because I'm bi, I'm more likely to say the S than the N-word, because there's just not many times that I would say it. Oh, actually, I know what I did. It was when I was joking about a friend that I have that calls me a lot of slurs, but they were a brown person, and we kind of go back and forth on shit like that. But like, they say fucked up shit to me, I say fucked up shit, but this is like one-on-one, like private conversations. But like, again, it's not like talking about somebody else behind their back, or like just like referring to it like somebody else is like, oh, this person is an N-word or whatever.
So when you called the person the N-word, that wasn't a black person that you called that? It was like another person of color?
It was the sand variation of the, yeah.
Let's talk about Hassan Piker and the use of the word
Okay.
Am I allowed to say on Kick?
Yeah, on Kick, you can say all the racial slurs you
Destiny
want.
and I had a third fight yesterday.
Okay.
Man, listen, it's always the most progressive dudes who got the craziest history.
Destiny was able to say that with his chest in a chat room full of other black people. He wasn't scared. Abba, your white friend has no problem using slurs today. So it's disingenuous of you to think you're proving something by showing old clips of Ethan. The funny thing is, you're part of the group of people who preferred old Ethan. The very same group of people Ethan decided he wanted no parts of, and he removed himself from said group. Stop trying to pull up old, hateful language directed towards black people, not because you care about the usage of the word, but only to try and fail at dunking on Ethan. You use that same slur, and you hang out with white people who use that same slur. Stop trying to rile up black people for your petty beefs. Say what you want about Ethan. He can be misguided in his approach, but one thing is for sure, he's not going to argue a point he doesn't believe in. And you showing Ethan to be racist, even though you didn't say it, you're trying to play fast and loose, doesn't hold water, because then your friend there, Destiny, who you pal around with, must be one too. Listen, it gets better. When Ethan pointed out that it was wrong for Abba and Preach to say the name of the woman on Fresh and Fit's podcast, Abba doubled down, but asked his buddy Destiny for his opinion on the matter.
Her picture, by the way, is in this thumbnail. Now let's talk about you guys, now that we've addressed that, because I think we're going to have a problem here. But her face is prominently detailed in the thumbnail, and he's literally saying, people need to know your name. What the fuck? Now, this is malicious doxing. Go ahead.
Was it worth all the lie?
all of that, now you just look stupid.
Yeah.
I'm saying your name because motherfuckers have to know your name. The same way you try to frame a like that, people need to know who the fuck you are.
And then I had to like think about it. And then I went to watch. Byron and Fresh, they did a video 4 days before showcasing exactly who she was, what she did, and publicly made that information available. So I'm curious, is that considered doxing? If she's already publicly outed?
I mean, I wouldn't say so. It just depends on the nature of what you're doing. Like, if you do a video and you're calling people to harass somebody, it depends. But, I mean, I probably wouldn't say it is, but yeah.
Also, another thing, fuck that. Fuck you. I don't think you should be able to remain anonymous. If you want to make some kind of insinuation of sexual impropriety against somebody on a public platform and then say like all this other shit and then think you get to remain anonymous. I don't think that's right. Maybe that's the LT, but I feel like you should be publicly out there. Is that crazy to say?
I can see good arguments on both sides of that one, but I think broadly speaking, I think I would probably agree.
Did y'all hear that? Destiny didn't come out in full support of Abba, and Abba noticed. And this is how Abba and Preach chose to end their exposed video on Ethan Klein.
Yeah, this is last time we cover this nonsense. It's really boring. It's really boring. That live was one of the worst lives I've ever watched. But I'll put the link in the description so you can go watch it yourself. I think this is funny. It's going to be easy money, but I also don't want to do this again. So I hope he doesn't respond because I don't want to have to do this again.
Y'all must not know Ethan. Not Abba and Preach trying to end their video the way I did that one time I beat my brother in a video game. That's it. I'm not playing after that. I beat you. That's it.
But I also don't want to do this again. Don't want to have to do this again.
Now, you're all not going to believe what happened next. Abba and Preach spend the first part of their video defending Fresh and Fit, only for Myron to turn around just the other day and tell off Abba. But before we get to that, let me explain to you how this all came about. Now, catch the joke. Enter Zherka into the match. Zherka is a regular on Destiny's stream, and this guy does not bite his tongue. Destiny, Zherka, and Abba were on a stream together, and Abba took it upon himself to dress down Zherka.
Abba, be honest, if you hired me to react with you on YouTube for 1 month, you know I skyrocket
I would fire
your
you
views.
so fast, bro.
I would skyrocket your views so hard you'd be shook. You'd be like, what the f? Actually, you know what, Abba? I'll work for you for free just to embarrass you. I'll show you what I do. You want to react with me for a month?
Uh-huh.
You want to grow me for a month? I will spike your views so hard, but then you'll be mad. You'll be like, whoa, he's kind of funny.
You think so?
I'm telling you, I'm not really a smart guy. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a scientist. But for pulling belly laughs out of the fucking people.
Right. So if you can pull so many belly laughs out of people, how come you're just not making no money like that?
Well, I mean, I've been grinding on Twitch, right? Like, I was working on Twitch.
Yo, Destiny, didn't you say this guy was conservative? Why is he always blaming the system? It is actually crazy watching a so-called religious man blame anybody but Jesus for his failings in life. You are actually the liberal that you cry about. Sneeko didn't talk about it. He just did it, man. And within a year and a half, he got to like 800K. How come you ain't been doing that shit, bro? You making too many excuses. If you, in a year from now, don't reach Sneeko's level, that means Sneeko is way funnier than you. Like, how come nobody uses you for titles if you're like somebody that's viral?
I mean, fucking No Jumper booked me for like 7 shows. Then I got Fresh Fit next. You know the guys who make more money than you? We're going to Fresh Fit. True. But I'm gonna tell them, hey guys, stop making so much money. Abba's about to cry.
True.
Oh my God. I forgot you had beef with them. That's why you're mad. Someone DM'd me. They're like, dude, he has beef. Do you have beef with them?
Absolutely. I'm super.
What is the beef? What did they do to you?
So when Abba dressed down Zherka was like, really? Bet. And when he went to the Fresh and Fit podcast, Zherka's the reason why this whole beef got reignited. Zherka purposely asked Myron about Abba.
Oh, I love Abba. Abba's channel, like they react. If he's made this much money, I don't know how, the channel sucks. He sat here, was friendly with you guys, got the viewer count up, and then he said, I live in Canada, I'm not going to see them again. He sniped you guys. He attacked you guys first. He wouldn't admit it when I pressed him. I'm like, did you attack Fresh and Fit, right? I said, did you attack Myron? Yo, the guy snakes people and then gets away with it. You know, he got away with all that. What?
He came here. We had a great interview, right? And I had said some things about him in the past, like, hey, he's a dork, he's a blue pill, blah, blah, blah.
Based.
And then when I sat and talked with him, I was like, you know what, bro? You're not that bad in person. I was wrong about you. And I was man enough to admit that shit on air, right? Then months later, they come out with a video talking shit. I take loyalty very seriously. I'm sure you guys have seen that now at this point, watching us for a while. When our friends get attacked, etc., y'all are never going to see us collab with someone and talk shit about them after the fact. We buried the hatchet. Why would you make a video talking shit later? The reason why I flipped out is because I hate snakes. I fucking hate them, and there's nothing you can say or do that will justify why the fuck you behaved the way that you did. So I'm calling you out. Don't pawn this off on your fucking partner or anybody else. I have an issue with Abba fucking Atlas, whatever the fuck your last name is.
Yo. Abba, tell me this. How are you going to defend someone who don't even want your defense? Ooh, couldn't be me. Myron's like, I can afford my own lawyers. I'm not looking for a public defender. How are you going to defend someone who doesn't even like you? The story with Myron and the woman could have died if you didn't keep on bringing it up in your beef with Ethan. Now catch the next joke. After Abba and Preach deleted the video on H3 defending Fresh and Fit reignited their feud against Abba. Abba and Preach decided to drop a video on the same people they were just defending a video ago. Y'all need to pick a struggle.
MLD, you thought it was just violence against women? Oh no, it gets worse.
So here's the thing, bro. Abba, I have a problem with fucking you.
With fucking me? Why are these callouts so goddamn gay? He's got a problem with fucking me. Like, we never. What is this? This is so bizarre.
You're going too far with this one.
Nah, bro, you heard it out of his own mouth.
I know.
Red Pill do stay saying the gay shit. You never noticed that?
Your dumbass needs to be held accountable. Say what you like to fucking say on all your videos to my fucking face, bro.
He won't do it.
But you will not. You will not. And don't pawn this off on Preach's bitch ass either. I'm talking to you.
You're going to talk about somebody's wife that you never met. Then you're going to talk shit about, excuse yourself, and then keep on talking more. And then bring back the picture of someone that has nothing to do. And then your fans do whatever the fuck they do. They DM, the comments. I mean, you don't have a problem with me. I have a problem with you. I have a problem with you and your bitch ass. But it's fine. It's okay.
Hey, Breach, you mad because you went on the podcast of a guy you knew disrespects women and he disrespected your wife. Tell me, why are you so surprised? Preach, did you think because she was your wife that afforded her more respect than Myron gave to his date? Again, why are you surprised? And now you want to fight. You defended the man that disrespected your wife. You have to hold the L. And the worst of it is, Myron wasn't aiming for you. He was aiming for Abba, and you got caught in the crossfire. I think Abba's leading you down the wrong path. It made 0 sense for you to start up on Ethan. Ethan let you guys talk about him for well over a year.
Here's the
It is what it
thing.
is.
Here's the thing about Abba and Preach that they don't know about me. They don't bother me enough yet. But I'll tell you this. I'm fucking insane. And if you want to do the war thing, that's my favorite thing in the world. But I'm close. They're pathetic. They're liars. They're dishonest, and they're phonies. They're not even genuine. That's the thing, right?
Ethan never lets other people slide. He gave you two a lot of opportunity to back off, and you didn't.
This is the thing. I used to run into this problem with Keemstar where no matter what I said and did, he would, in bad faith, just come up over me and say whatever. And I found out the best way to combat that, in my case, was to talk more. And I fucking love that game, dude. Like, I love it.
Y'all don't know who's your friends and who's not your friends. Who to go after and who not to go after. What is this? When Destiny streamed and watched the video of his good friend Abba going after Myron, you'd think Destiny would side with Abba, right? Nope.
Who don't sound this intense when we see each other again. I met this dude once. This is so much energy for somebody you met one time. And let's not.
What exactly? Are they just mad because they made videos of them, or what even is the beef?
Like we met for dinner. It's not like we had lunch. This entitled and this attached after one simple appearance.
I tried to look into it, but it's like 50 videos. Yeah, I was Googling a bit when I was in the UK, and I didn't give a fuck.
Destiny watched the video, and the couple of times he spoke up, it was in defense of Myron.
He literally started because ABBA made a video like a year later about his appearance and disagreeing with Myron about paying for pussy. He said high-value men do pay for pussy. No shot Myron said that. Jonathan91 linked me the video. I don't believe you.
That's okay.
Myron said high-value men pay for pussy. Yeah, link me the video of that. I just don't believe he said that. No shot.
Your circle involves people with great. We forcibly run triangle. And they were saying there's no white people.
But deep down, a man wants to be desired by women. And this is the why people pay for OnlyFans, because they want the one-on-one with a girl, they want a genuine desire.
That's not true. Even for me, I don't care if a girl desires me. Sometimes I don't care. If I'm trying to date her seriously, sure. Sometimes I'm acting on a girl, it's fun to her to be. But there's sometimes where I'm just like, bruh, you know what? This is a friends with benefits situation. I enjoy sleeping with you, you enjoy sleeping with me. We don't have that much desire for each other, but it's convenient. That's some situations.
I feel like I would disagree with ABBA, but we'd probably agree. It's probably just more on how it's being said. I mean, even if it's just a casual hookup, I think you want some level of desire by the partner you're fucking, right?
I don't even fucking know that man. I don't give a shit about him. Because I met your dumbass a person.
Wait, did Abba and Preach ever call him a racist? Did that happen?
But now he's getting on this podcast acting like he's been loyal.
People are saying on No Jumper he called him a rapist. I don't remember that. Damn.
You know, because you guys could totally still be cool after that video that you guys made, and it could have still been really good for content if you guys had just gone back and forth and talked about it, and it didn't have to be this sort of life or death
I
thing,
can't
right?
be cool with people who don't have integrity. That's me personally. I won't go after you, but if you're someone who I think is a reprehensible person, I'm not trying to have business relationships with you. Why would I? Fuck, well, what am I going to spend my day socializing with somebody who's like a like, you know what I mean? Like,
Destiny may not agree with Myron's talking points, but he's been on Fresh and Fit 3 or 4 times for debates. And I want you all to hear a clip of what Abba's good friend Destiny had to say about Myron.
I think that Myron is probably like the strongest and most untouched person in the red pill community. And if the red pill is going to survive going forward, I think it actually has to be on Myron's back. And I think that whether or not Myron succeeds or fails is going to come down to how he feels about his loyalty to other people. I know it's really hard for him to do it, but I think Myron needs to start separating himself from some of the losers that he's surrounded by.
And if you guys don't understand that, that's Destiny complimenting Myron and trying to give him friendly advice. There seems to be a pattern. For some reason, Abba and Preach made multiple videos against H3 when H3 had been complimentary to them in the past. So it came out of nowhere. Now, Myron feels he made a connection and a mutual respect with Abba, as he did with Destiny, only for Abba to go off on him too.
Example, once a snake, always a snake. And listen, we didn't know it first, but now we know.
And here's the thing. They've made 20 fucking plus videos talking shit about us.
21 now. 21.
What do you want? 21?
And I promise you, it's not going to end there. And there's nothing you can do about it. Try some more fake copyright strikes, brother.
You tried.
There's nothing you can do about it.
You really tried.
Yeah. And also your buddies, every single one of them who does some weird sus shit or criminal activity, yeah, we'll probably cover them too. And there's nothing you can do about it.
I want you all to listen to what Destiny had to say about Myron's integrity.
Yeah, but I don't get, like, bro, like, even Myron, I don't think, and I've heard myself brought up a lot, even fucking Myron, it is so gross that I have to say this, because I stand firmly against every fucking thing Myron says, every bone in his body. But even when Myron's in front of people that are trashing me, he usually just holds his tongue and doesn't say anything. I don't expect him to defend me. That's amazing to me. I don't know if I've ever heard Myron trash me personally, ever, on any show. That's wild.
Didn't he call you the F slur like a couple months ago?
No, not only did he not do that, but initially in a group chat with me and Sneeko, he was gonna say, hey, whatever's, but he didn't want to say that because he didn't know if it would be mean to actually call me a since I am bi, which I thought was really funny. Myron has consistently, I have never heard him shit on me publicly.
Yeah, there's an easy explanation to that. You guys have a business relationship, and when you go on his podcast, when you go on his show, you generate him a whole lot of money.
It doesn't matter. I'm not on his show as much as Sneeko is. I think I've been on Fresh Fit, what, 4 times?
Yeah, but why would he risk the business relationship? Your relationship with him is completely different than the relationship you have with Jonathan.
Yeah, but like, because he could still do it and bring me on to fight. Like, he knows that I'll fight people. Like, I'll go on and shit.
No, would he know that? You clearly stated multiple times that if somebody plays into that whole narrative, you're going to cut them off. So that's the assumption that he's playing on.
If we're like friends or whatever, but like I went on and I debated Rolo, didn't I? And Rolo fucking has gone crazy about me on Twitter, right? Okay, actually, fine. Let me say that I grant you that. Then fine. Then at least Myron is smart enough to respect the business relationship and not trash me publicly. Fine. Let's say I just grant you that. Sure. Myron is going to be fucking fine without me. Their show is wildly, for the most successful red pill show on the internet.
You want to know why Destiny didn't have anything bad to say about Myron when he was watching his clip on his stream? Because after meeting Myron, Destiny doesn't have anything bad to say about Myron's character. He realized Myron may be a good guy. To other men, all right? Let me make it clear, to other men, all right? We women, no. Don't expect anything of him, all right? He's only respectful to other men. Okay. Abba appeared on Destiny's stream after he deleted his H3 video, and Destiny asked him, why, Abba, did you delete your video against H3? Hear what Abba had to say in his own words.
Oh yeah, I was curious. Why did you guys change the initial Ethan video that you guys released?
Oh, why did they delete the first one?
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was worth really investing in. I think it would have done great numbers. It would have been like good for viewership purposes and money, but I don't know. It's like, you ever see a conflict start, you're like, why am I like feeding into this?
Yeah, it's definitely like a choose your battles. Like, do you want to go hard on like this, especially when it's like something so dumb and it doesn't seem like there's much to be gained, and it's like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I also didn't feel like I thought it was just going to be a long-winded back and forth of you took me out of context, I took you out of context, you took me out of context, I took At some point, it was like, am I going to just do this for money? So I said, you know what? Let him hold the dub or whatever when he wants. And I'm okay with that. It's not that deep. So
sure.
Yeah, I let that one go. You've never done that?
Yeah, there are people where I'm like, this is fucking stupid. It's not worth it. Yeah.
So that's all. But it wasn't any deeper than that.
Okay.
Nah. That's not how it goes. You can't go to war and then act like everything's cool because you deleted a video. That's the same problem Myron has with you, Abba. Stop hiding behind videos, and if you have something to say to Ethan, say it. Like, even if you're trying to squash it, you need to say it, all right? Ethan's not gonna bite. If he's forgiven Trisha, he can forgive anyone. And here's the kicker. Abba's worst nightmare happened late last night when Destiny found out that Ethan talked about him on the H3 members only stream. You see, Destiny had no problem with Ethan until Ethan hooked up with Hasan to do leftovers. Now, if you didn't know, Hasan and Destiny used to be friends but had a big falling out, blah, blah, blah. So much so that Destiny still like picks at Hasan. Hasan just tries his best to ignore Destiny. Okay. But for some reason, right, because these guys don't know Ethan, for some reason, Destiny thought because Hasan didn't like him, that meant that Ethan wouldn't like him either. Yo, he doesn't know Ethan doesn't operate like that. But watch what happens when someone on the stream asks Ethan about Destiny.
All right, I love you guys. It's been fun. I'll see you tomorrow. Ethan wants to build a bridge. Oh, what's the Ethan clip? Ethan can never build a bridge with me as long as he's friends with Hasan. It's cute, though.
So when he said Destiny was talking about you, he claims you won't talk about
340.
Because of Hasan, is that true? No. I mean, I never talked about Destiny even before. Before I was friends with Hasan. He just never really come up on my radar. I mean, I see his content, to be honest. Like, I've seen mostly on TikTok, I see Destiny like debating red pill people and stuff, and in general, I think it's good. I like what I see on TikTok. I understand that him and Hasan are not homies, to put it mildly, but I'm not like on embargo or anything. I'm just doing my thing. Destiny is weird. I used to be a big fan of his when he used to play StarCraft way before I started a YouTube channel.
So it's kind of funny now that I wouldn't say our paths crossed, but just to hear about it in that context. I will say what he said about me in the context of the Amaranth thing was really fucked up. He goes, he's lying that he got Amaranth's permission to talk about this, and then when she made a statement saying Ethan got my permission, he goes, oh.
Hold up. I don't think he lied about Amaranth. I'm almost positive he lied about Alinity. That was what I said, to be clear.
He made her lie. It's like, dude, why are you trying so hard to be a dick?
Did he mean Alinity? He might have meant Alinity, but it was Alinity, not Amaranth. I still think that, by the way. And I've talked to a couple of his fans that watch a lot of his content, and they all agree, so I don't know. I could be wrong, but...
I didn't. That's awesome. But to be honest, I don't really have negative feelings on Destiny. I don't. I mean, I just don't care that much. I see there's a lot of people that don't like him in comments. I guess he's a very polarizing figure. He was in StarCraft too. He's just kind of a douche. And I don't even mean that in a bad way, you know what I mean? It's just his personality. Someone said, are you a Fallen fan? That's funny. I don't know. I don't think so, because I just watched him in StarCraft and then didn't think about him forever, and then saw him talking about politics on Twitch a few years ago. YouTube's crashing every 5 minutes. They don't believe me. Oh, not Amaranth. I'm sorry. Alinity. What's the deal? Yeah, it was Alinity. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Yeah, that was super fucked up. I was like, why would you assume I'm lying? And then when she says I'm not lying, you go, oh, he made her say that. It's like, come on, dude. You don't have to try that hard to hate. But
I do try hard to hate.
For the amount of people that I genuinely don't like on the internet, he's not really talking about this.
Oh, okay. Well. All right. I'll see you guys later.
Destiny ended the stream right there, but trust me, Destiny went to his bed dreaming about lollipops and rainbows. This man went to sleep with a smile on his face. Because a couple of times too, I hear Destiny talking about Ethan. And even though he does say bad things about Ethan, he has good things to say too. Because really, he has no beef with Ethan. It was an imaginary beef he made up in his head. Destiny, your beef is with Hasan, not Ethan. So act like it. But Guy, do you understand? If Ethan and Destiny become cordial, I can't wait to see what Abba's gonna do. Abba, you messed up. Yeah, you surrendered to Ethan, but Fresh and Fit are strapping up for war as we speak. As I'm filming this right now, look. And Abba, because of your ways and how you were going on this past year, when Fresh and Fit come after you, Ethan's gonna stay out of it because why would he help you? Destiny's gonna stay out of it because he kind of likes Myron. Zherka's gonna stay out of it because he's the one who set it up. And Preach, he's a non-factor, even though he wants to stick his head into the mix. Nobody cares about him. Myron didn't have a problem with him at first. Abba, you're on your own. And we already learned this in history. This is what happens when you start a war on too many fronts.
Are you ready for your career to end tomorrow?
Yeah, apparently my career's ending.